I've got with me a couple of guys who thought they might travel and they might make a show about travelling that has zero eco footprint, and they thought they'd do 10 days in Tasmania. And they get around on a bicycle, and part of the bicycle, they've got a surfboard attached to the bicycle, which is basically like a massive aerofoil. And gee, they've had really good weather for it. Dustin, g'day.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. And Ray, good morning.
Good morning, Rick.
Now, Dustin and Ray, because they've been travelling around making a TV show, they also have with them their crew, who in some ways are the people who've been, really suffering, actually. So I've also got James, sound engineer. Hi, James. And producer Angie. Hi, Angie.
Hello, how are you?
Good, who is also taking photos while she's doing things, because that's what producers do, multitasking. Ray, Dustin, so what's the point of this trip, Laps TV?
Well, the point is to have a lot of fun, be exposed to some weather and feel vulnerable, and also meet like a lot of interesting people that are doing cool stuff for, I guess, the planet.
Yeah, I think when we're normally travelling, it's a little bit easy to get stuck in our cars to hotel and all that. And we found if we got out there and we had no money or no phone or anything, you actually have to re-engage with the people along the way and the environment. You become part of the environment again. So you can kind of see what's really going on in the world rather than on your phone or on the dashboard of your car.
What did you have with you?
We had 10 items. We had a lot of items that were the same, and then we ended up with about 3 items that were kind of different. But basically a tent, a sleeping bag, the clothes on our back, a surfboard, a bike,
Knife,
took a knife
water
each.
bottle.
Yeah, some sunscreen.
And in terms of feeding yourself, where were you getting your food from? Like, were you barbecuing roadkill, or were you asking people to feed you?
Yeah, it's you're kind of riding along the road just looking at shrubs and going, wonder if I can eat that, or wonder if I can catch that. But we did end up catching a rabbit in the first day with a bit of help from Shauna.
Yeah, we got rabbit.
Oh, the huntress.
Yeah.
I've spoken to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's fascinating.
Oh, she's great.
Extremely.
Angie and James, in my experience being on film sets, crews don't go anywhere unless there's catering. So what were you eating?
We kept it pretty simple. It was, it wasn't
They
gourmet.
fasted.
We didn't exactly fast. There were 4 of us in total. The boys were hungry constantly because it was so cold. But we just cooked up in camper vans, which is what we were travelling around in. So mostly like pasta, rice. I'm vegan, so I pretty much made them go vegan for most of the time.
But are you eating that and they're eating what they find, or do they get to eat what you're
eating
eating?
in front of
Yeah.
them to
Is
make
that
it,
the same for you?
Yeah.
especially chocolate.
And you're in the van, it's nice and warm, and they're out there just there in the swag. And
Wouldn't
you're filming
say
them.
the vans
You're in
were
the van
warm.
with your boom, nice and dry.
Yeah, nice and dry and all fed up.
Most of the time we're trying to get away from them because it was just torture.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost them 3 times. So that was our main goal. We had all these other goals. And when we started moving, we realised, okay, the main goal of this trip is to lose the crew as much as we can.
Yeah.
And we succeeded 3 times, which was cool because we didn't have to see them in their nice vans eating their nice food. So
It's 20 to 7 on 936 ABC Hobart, and you're listening to Dustin and Ray, and they are doing a sort of series of, I guess, a travel show where they travel 10 island nations with no cash, no car, no phone, and 10 personal items. So is this the proof of concept for it, Angie?
Yeah, pretty much. So after this one, we go around to, 9 other countries. This one was really a strong test run for us all. It was quite challenging, but we definitely feel that the characters we met along the way have come out as being one of the main concepts of the whole show now, and showcasing how different people live in different environments and getting inspiration from them.
What will you do differently when you head to your next destination?
I think for us, there isn't that much. We'd probably take a ground sheet if we're going somewhere this cold again, 'cause we banged our tent straight on the ground on the first night, and the cold coming out of the tent, because we don't have the luxury of having a mattress or a pillow. It was very, very cold. So I think we'd be looking for a ground sheet.
Yeah.
That would be the main one.
Instead of shrubs and bark off trees, that was sort of our mattress. Just like anything that was dry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be our main one. I think it was more in the production side of things. We'd have to change a few things. But for us, there's not much we can bring anyway. So we just have to deal with whatever we're faced with on a day-to-day basis. So,
And do you stay in touch with, because you've both got kids, right? You've got families back at home. Do you stay in touch with them?
No. You'd think
They're
our
not allowed to
producer
have
would.
phones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing, no contact with anything.
That's half the point of it. I mean, you think back to war days and people away for 3 years without even contacting their loved ones. They might have sent a letter, but who knows if it ever got there. We're quite spoilt, really, in modern day society, and just the notion of going 2 weeks without contacting your loved ones is quite a strange thing, but it was quite good. Like, I got to see my wife the other day. She's in Tassie after 2 weeks, and it was really good, you know.
Do you love her more?
I do.
I love my partner more too.
Really?
Yeah.
Did
yeah.
they love you more? Because you've just pissed off on a holiday.
No, I think they...
/ TV show.
I seen Dustin's partner, and she was looking pretty nice and dolled up. So I reckon she was.
yeah, I think you know, they appreciate it. We become a little bit complacent in each other's face every day, and you go away and have a little break like that. It's quite nice.
Dustin, you've spent time in Tassie. You know Tassie. You did this in show week.
Yeah.
Did that make it hard to find things? Equipment, people?
Yeah. Oh, look, the thing was, Rick, everyone knows it's windy in October in Tassie, and I kind of knew that going in, and we wanted to do it in March, but, you know, everything's booked out. March is a popular month in Tassie, and it was just too hard, and I went, March, October's the other end of the year at that kind of spectrum.
Because it's windy, and you're riding a bicycle with a surfboard attached.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Not very good.
Good idea.
Really good idea. We didn't actually test run the situation in wind, and Dustin was like, yeah, these bags are great. And then for the first 5 days we were just in a headwind going about half a kilometre an hour and doing about 3 k's a day.
That's the truth.
They
yeah.
had the big Tasman bridge first. That was their first challenge in like 40 knot headwinds or
Yeah.
whatever. And they were going backwards over the bridge. It was scary.
Are there points as a producer where they're at risk like that and you're in the van going, how long do I leave this?
We lost them after the bridge for about 3.5 hours, so it was not great to lose them on the first day in suburbia. And of course we can't contact them and they can't contact us. So luckily we eventually found them just before they went to bed, so that was good because that could have caused a lot of headaches for the rest of the trip, aka not having a show.
Tricky.
Yeah. But, you know, there are a few certain points where you sort of analyse, are they really at risk or are they okay? Mostly fine, really. Tassie is great. There's a lot of nice people out there. They
So
got
many
looked
lovely
after.
people here.
I've had film crews work here before going, I don't know, in New South Wales, we ask if we can film in people's houses and they're like, nah, get stuffed.
Yeah.
Here everyone's like, ooh, really? Filming? Ooh, we love it.
Yeah, we got invited into a lot of houses. Got fed, like, especially when we started hitching. We ditched the bikes. It was.
Did you?
Yeah, it was too tricky.
Okay.
Like, the wind was a bit crazy.
So you
and-
ditched the bikes. So that might be a lesson.
Yeah, well, I mean...
And maybe
I think-
just filming in warm places.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think,
With
too... with
warm
the-
places with rich people. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, I felt like you know, it was just that the warmth of the people in Tassie changed it from being, oh, we're doing this full survival trip to, oh, we're actually just going around meeting really cool people in great places, which is...
So does that lose some of its drama then as a TV show loses some of its hard edge?
You know what? They're not survivalists, so it's quite comical how the edit's looking. You know, the first night they were still camping in suburbia, Hobart, and they thought they were going to die. So it's... and
We were hamming it up. For the TV
Oh, no,
cameras.
of course. But it's the thing,
I actually thought I was going to die.
changing your circumstances in such a simple way. And this is the profound side, I suppose, of what you're doing. Lets you think about your life differently, does it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. When we started hitching, instead of looking for a nice hotel, you're kind of looking for a high ground and a dry area under a tree. You're like, that's a nice hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we started looking for hatchbacks because I can guarantee you not one truck or ute picked us up. Oh, actually, on the last day, a ute picked us up, but it was surprising. We were like, you wouldn't even bother putting your thumb out when the hatchbacks were coming past, and then they'd start pulling over, and you go,
You're right.
what's going on here? We've got 2 big surfboards.
Because you're a chippy, and you'd think that, you know, it'd be people going, oh, he's just like me, I'll pick him up. But
yeah.
tradies know.
Yeah, boys, here we are.
Yeah.
Pick us up.
Yeah.
Yep. And they're just boom,
Yeah.
straight to the coffee shop. I'm like, damn it. But all these little old ladies in their 2-door hatchbacks were pulling over going, oh, we'll get the boards in, boys, don't worry. So it was quite an eye-opener, that.
So it's sort of like your little old ladies around Tasmania tour. That's the real laps.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Did you do any surfing in the? I got a friend of mine. He surfs, and he went. You know, instead of waking up at 4 a.m, camped overnight in his swag, with hail and sleet coming down inside his thing, so he could get up and get the waves early. Lovely, he said it was good.
Yeah, right.
Did you get a surf?
Yeah, we got a few. Lighthouse Beach up at Marrowa, on the east coast near Denison Reef, Roaring Beach,
Yep.
Eagle Hook Neck. So, you know, Tassie was good to us.
Tricky. James, where's the lines with sound? Because sound, you need to get in there a lot. You're either putting mics in on people's bodies or you're booming in. And if the sound's rubbish, everyone's going to blame you at the end. That like, oh, the guys are really funny and it's really great and the image is good, but the sound's awful, so we can't sell it. It's like, how invasive do you have to, how do you get in when this is meant to be so natural?
We just had the boys wide up pretty much the whole time, and then whenever they ran in somewhere, you know, just chasing them with your big boom pole and running in there and trying to capture everything. But yeah, it was pretty good. I think we managed to get everything. Hopefully everyone likes the sound.
I just have this great image of you running around Tasmania with these two Muppets on a bike with the surfboard. you running down the road, trying to catch the
Exactly
conversation.
how it is.
Jimmy loves the sound of Tassie. He's actually going to move here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The sound?
I might have to.
So if there's any sound
Why
jobs,
does Tassie sound different?
Oh no, I just like the idea of, you know, coming down here. It's lovely down here. I haven't been here before, so this is my first time in Tassie. And
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah, now I've got a nice image of you just sitting there listening to it going, oh,
That's what he was doing. He was
just
wiring up
sounds-
trees.
this sounds better.
There's a couple of times where I was just sitting there on the side of the road waiting for him to come past, just going, oh geez, Tassie does sound nice.
Yeah. Maybe you could make, like, for people who can't do the travelling, just like audio tapes of Tasmania, just the sound of Tassie
Sound of Tassie.
You just
and
put
these
it on.
guys' outtakes.
in your living room. That'd be nice.
I'd buy that, Jimmy.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Jimmy, there you go. If you've got a sound job for Jimmy, give him a ring. Jimmy. You'll find him somewhere. What's it like, boys, when you come back to see your wives and you pick a phone up for the first time?
Well, in Tassie, where we've been staying, they don't have reception, so you've just got this heavy thing in your pocket that's probably not good for you, so you generally put it in your beanie and put it back on the table and carry on. Did yours work, Rhian? Mine hasn't worked until we got to the studio.
Yeah, okay, this morning.
Yeah,
When you did, I noticed, take a lot of photos.
I've always had a bit of a love-hate relationship with my phone, so yeah, it's just the same anxious feeling I get when I'm scrolling through social media. I'm like, what am I doing this for? I should be outside in amongst nature. So,
Angie, finally, this series, like the two blokes that are by kids off, I go on my adventure thing. If it was two women, would people just be criticising them the whole time for leaving their children?
probably, but I like to say I hope not. I get criticised sometimes for leaving my children to come and work on this kind of thing, but I think for me, it's really important that my kids see me doing a job I love and the whole non-attachment side of things. And I come home and share with them all my stories. I don't call my kids every day when I'm away. I often go away for up to a month at a time, and I come back and we sit through and look through all the photos and I show them on the map where I've been, and they love it. So it's great. And I think if two women want to get out and go on bikes or hitchhiking, I don't know, but on bikes or walk around and go see the world, then there should be support out there for them to do that.
Maybe is that series 2? Laps 2? Relapse?
The relapse.
Two women, because it's a different narrative, isn't it? Two women hitching is a different narrative. Two women camping in the wilderness at night is a different narrative. Two women away from their families, really different narrative.
Yeah, 100%. It would be great.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
I'd watch that.
Who'd volunteer for that? 04389. I'll put you in touch with Jimmy. Good did you guys get scared?
Have you been checking out his Tinder profile? Or?
Oh, yes, I'm well across it. He's the only mainlander in
Scared.
town. He's had a lot of traction.
Yeah,
We got scared once.
We got scared of Ripper by a mate Eli's brother Daniel. We were camping out of Queenstown, and I was like, I don't know if we can camp here, but we're just so shagged. We couldn't find anywhere else to pull over. Everywhere's wet, and this was the only place we couldn't find that was under 2 inches of water, and I was just paranoid all night that we were going to get a knock on the door from someone. Anyway, 4 a.m. or whatever it was dark for a long time after we got up. Oi, what are you doing in there? You're camping on the native yellow flowered bottle brush or something like that. And I went, oh, mate, are you serious? He goes, well, this is how serious I am. I'm taking your vehicles and you owe me $200. You'll find me at Queenstown. And I'm like, oh, man, come on. It's like raining and sleeting. I opened up the thing. He's got a torch to my face. He's sucked in.
You can find Laps TV online. Just look up Laps TV.